Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm actually going to be unboxing something which is really new. Here it is. Yes, it is the REDMI Buds 4. It looks very similar, right, to the Buds 3 Pro, which I have it here with me. Right, but let's look at this Buds 4 and see what's installed. I think mine is actually white color. So over here it says it's REDMI Buds 4. Here over here is actually the same REDMI Buds 4, but let's see what's behind. Right, this one it says that it has ANC, 10mm dynamic driver, there's long battery life, IP54, dust and waterproof rated, it uses Type-C, and it uses Bluetooth 5.2. And I think the one I have is actually the China version, so everything is actually in Mandarin. Okay, and this is actually for authenticity. Make sure that it's actually not fake. So you just unscramble this and go to this website and you can actually check it out. Right, let's get into it. At the top, you have the earbuds here in a white, semi-transparent white casing with a couple of instructions here. It's pretty reminiscent of the REDMI Buds 3, which I have the REDMI AirDots 3. Put it aside first and see what else is actually in the box. Here, this one is actually a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. Instruction manual. Over here is silicone seal, small and large size in two different packaging. I mean, you could have dumped them all together so it's less plastic. So this is what you have. The rest of the box is actually empty. Let's break it open, rip it up. Oh, it completely copies the shape of the REDMI Buds 3 Pro, right, which I have with me here. It's the exact shape you can see here. The height, I think, is almost the same. The width, the thickness, I think it's almost the same thickness. Yeah, the width here. I would say this is exactly the same. So this is the front. In terms of aesthetic wise, is the shape, I think it's identical. I think it's just more curved. For the Buds 4, it's more curved along the sides here. I think it's quite obvious. Yeah, for the Buds 3 Pro, here is a bit more edged, less curved, but here is very curved. When I look at here, Buds 4 is slightly thinner than the Buds 3 Pro. So this is how it looks like on the front. Some differences: Buds 3 Pro has a button on the front. Buds 4 doesn't have it. Go on to the back. The REDMI line is actually at the bottom. For the Buds 4 is actually, wow, it's very subdued. Right? It's actually somewhere in the middle here. You can feel it. Right? It's like slightly raised. Yeah, it's slightly raised. You can see here. Yeah, it's slightly raised. You can see from this angle. Okay, and then below here is actually the button. So this is the shape itself. Let's open up the lid and you'll see the earbuds here. And this comes with a cover. It says you have to remove them. So let's take out the earbuds. Oh, and before we do that, let's close the lid. You'll see the white LED light come up. Stay on probably for a few seconds and then you go off. But when you open up, the light will also show up. And then a couple seconds later, it will actually go off. Alright, so let's take out the earbuds and let's remove the seal. Okay, so this is how the earbuds look like. Two different tones of color. It retains white color, but just different shades of white. The top part here, whereby it was covered by the sticker, this part is very glossy, it's very shiny, it's very reflective. Right, and it's white. And this part you see here, it's kind of like grayish white and it's matte. And then the ear tip, the silicone gel, is also white in color. But this time round, it actually matches the top. So let's look at the ear tip. Fairly short ear tip, but a deep groove. Hopefully can give a good grip on the ear. So this one, I don't think it's metal. I think it's plastic covering the driver, where the sound is coming from. Put it back. Should be pretty easy to put it back. And the flower design here. Star design, nice. Then over here, you can see that there's two pogo pins here. Silver in color. That's for charging. And this is a sensor, I guess. For in-ear detection, I think so. right? And there's a microphone, there's a slot here. There's another slot here. You see there's another pin here. There's a pin here, there's a hole here, and there's a hole here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and then the black dot here. Let's do a comparison with the previous version, which is the REDMI AirBuds 3. So I have with me here, this is actually the REDMI AirBuds 3. This one is actually the China version. Yep, you can see here, REDMI AirBuds 3. So this is actually the previous generation. This is actually the Buds 4, which is the current version. So when I open up and we take a look at the earbuds, so I grab this one is right with the right. So you can see here, Buds 4 is shorter on the side. For Buds 4 earbud, it's a lot thicker compared to the Buds, compared to AirBuds 3. Same shiny top. They kept, I would fairly say that Xiaomi Redmi actually kept the signature, right? The design signature here. It still carry on, but it's a bit smaller now, way smaller. Right, it's the same sensor here. Comparing with the AirBuds 3, I mean, why don't we go a step further and compare it with the OG, which is the AirBuds S. This is the REDMI AirBuds S. Oh my god, I think these two are like what? 4 years apart, 5 years apart. Let's open it up so you can actually see a difference. I'll take out the right earbud. On my left hand is actually the REDMI Buds 4. On my left is actually the REDMI AirBuds S. So you can see the evolution, same height. You can see that it's almost the same thickness, just that the top of the Buds 4 is more rounded, more protruding. Now you can see here is a bit, I think it's a bit narrower, right? I think it's just the design wise, more curve here for the Buds 4 compared to the AirBuds S bottom. Huge difference. So here you can see a huge, evolution in the design of the AirBuds series, the base entry series, from the AirBuds S to the AirBuds 3, and then over here we have actually is the Buds 4, right? I just put it here so you can see how the design have changed over the years, right? And then when I open up the earbuds, also have a comparison as well. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually charge it up and see what happens when it is actually charging. Alright, so what I have with me here is actually a USB-C cable. Let's plug it in. The light lit up. It's a solid white light. Let's take a look at the earbuds. Now it's actually blinking. Okay. There's no LED light indicator. Is there any LED light indicator? No, there's no LED light indicator. Right, so something different. Right, the AirBuds 3 actually has some light indicator on the earbuds, but let's leave them in case to charge and then we'll come back to them maybe 1 to 2 hours later and see what happens.